Alright everybody, welcome to a new video on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know for Season 4 of Fortnite Battle Royale. And the first thing that you'll notice when you come into the game after it's updated is that there's a new trailer for the upcoming season. It showcases meteors hitting things, hitting the ground, and then the last scene is a giant meteor coming in, and then the dinosaur skin, and then I think it's a leprechaun skin or a different skin. One takes the slurp, that's it. Then it puts you into this screen. And first thing you'll notice is that there are some new skins right off the bat. When you click on Battle Royale, there are some new skins, of course. And when we join in, you will see that the actual background has changed. The background where your guy is standing is now, it looks really cool. It looks kind of like Black Ops 3 zombies in the forest with all this cool stuff floating around. Another thing you notice is that my guy's skin is different. That is part of the new battle pass. I'll get into that a little bit later. But the first thing here is that there's a new way to basically select solos, squads, or duos. The menu doesn't just pop up right away. It kind of goes to a separate menu, and then you can slide over to see which one you want to play. Secondly, there is the Battle Pass, Season 4 Battle Pass. Now, I'm going to go through every single one. A lot of it's just kind of these throwing emotes. You get a backpack, which I haven't yet done because I haven't played that much of it yet. But something new that you can do in this game, as you can see, is called Leave Your Mark. Basically, you equip it as an emote, and then if you go up to a wall or a tree or any kind of flat surface, you can spray paint your own little mark on there. So, if I were to build a wall, the rainbow picture would show up. That's basically what that is. There's obviously going to be some new loading screens. This is the second thing you get. It is a glider, Sugar Crush glider. For the second row, just a couple more emotes and stuff. A retro sci-fi skydiving trail, and then this is the first skin we get, which looks kind of like a Subway Surfer person, but it's Technique, and I think they're kind of going with like a rebellious theme here with spray painting. They got like a little like a street artist there. And then on to page 4, which is potentially the best page of the entire thing. They got Orange Justice. Orange Shirt Guy was one of the dudes that put in a video for the Boogie Down contest and didn't get selected. He was just some random dude that put in this video and it went viral, and he was awesome, and they never put him in, but now they got him back. Orange Justice emote, and they made it free, so you don't actually have to buy the battle pass to get it, which is even better. But I mean, a lot of people are gonna be using that emote. It just looks insane. And going through the rest of it, we got some popcorn emotes there. We got the spray paint. We got a glider, Wings of Valor, or Wings of Valor. This is a really cool spray paint one. The arrow. We got we got Zoe here, who actually looks pretty cool. I like how they're adding kind of like more human-based skins, like the John Wick one. I say human-based skins, what I mean is, like, if you go to the skins here, like, this is just, it's a costume, and this is a costume, but the John Wick one is like, it's a person in a suit kind of thing. Like, I'm talking about this is more like a costume thing. I like how they're adding more, just like a basic, like just a character kind of thing. There's also the lightning skydiving trail. There's the goodie bag. There is the hype dance. A lot of people have just popularized that dance. There is another Hearts skydiving trail. This one's really cool. It is Valor. She has a glider and a pickaxe as well. And then there is some more loading screens, the Zoe loading screen. There is the Intrepid, which actually looks awesome, and it's definitely to do with the Carbide set, as it says, part of the Carbide set down there. There's also the Shooting Star free-for-all, which kind of looks like a meteor coming down to crash into the earth. Onto the map. We got Squad Leader, and then we got Groove Jam Dance, which is pretty cool. We got a Tunnel Spray Painter, which is, I think that's pretty cool as well. We got the Raven loading screen, and finally Omega is the outfit, the final outfit you can get. And as you can see, there is unlockable styles down there. What they mean by unlockable styles is that for Carbide, so my guy currently has the Carbide skin on. As you can see, once you unlock later on throughout the game, you can unlock a chest plate, pants, an arm guard, mask, and then an entire bodysuit, including the pickaxe. These are kind of like additions to the guy's character, so once you unlock the chest plate, you'll be able to choose chest plate on and chest plate off, and it'll be added to your character, which is something that I really think is cool. I hope that later on, probably not this season, but later on, they might be able to do something where you could take off the head of a character. So let's say you could take off the Dark Voyager head and put it on the Reaper, make him like wear an alien helmet. That would be awesome. I think they should do that later on. Another thing they also added was random outfits, which you can choose, random back bling, which you can choose, and random pickaxe, which you can choose. So it'll basically just randomize your entire loadout for the game, which would be pretty cool. Also, this is the new glider you get for winning a solo, duo, or squad. Just winning a game, basically. That's all you really need. Now onto the challenges part of it. They kind of did it differently this time, where obviously every week there's going to be challenges that come out, but there's also these where if you reach season level 10, you get the chest plate, like I said, 20, 30, 40, and so on. There's also the blockbuster ones, which you get a certain thing. I guess this is going to be a skin. Looks like in the trailer that they released, there's a guy with like, kind of looks like a cyborg almost, and I'm thinking that's what it might be. We aren't sure yet. But as I mentioned with the carbide chest plate and stuff, there's also one for the Omega character, which you get for the very end. There's also a whole getup for him as well, which is going to be the coolest one in the game, of course. But apart from that, that is basically all we need to know for just the main screen. So everything they've added for the main screen. Now we'll get into a game. What I've decided to do to make it a lot more easier for the video, so I'm going to go into a replay of a game that I did, and then I'm just going to free roam around the map with a drone, just to show you everything that's new in the game, rather than risk dying all the time and just having to play multiple games. I think this will be easier, so we'll get into it. As you can see right here, I already have a new loading screen, which is the carbide one. So that's what it looks like. All the armor on there, as you can see, and then the rest. So I'm just gonna pause it here, get everything set up, and then we'll get into it. So we started out in Anarchy Acres as this squad battle that I did, and the first thing that I want to show you is actually really close by, and we'll go over there right now. So the first thing that I noticed coming into the game was this drive-in theater. It's completely new. I don't think it was in the game before, and basically just all the cars just sitting around. Of course, there's a crater down there, there's chests lying around, and that's where the movie would be playing if it wasn't hit by the meteor, of course. So I swear this wasn't in it before, because I have come here quite often before in solos just to try and get away from all the big centers and not die, and I haven't come across it, so that's one of the new things that they have added, and we'll move on to another spot here. So around the map, they have these secret locations. This being the first one that I'm going to show you, it is the new hero base. Just looks like a giant mansion from Snobby Shores. I don't think... Oh, we can go in. Okay, cool. So this is kind of what it looks like inside. You got chest locations everywhere. The top half just looks like a regular mansion. And then the bottom half just kind of turns into this super cool hero base. There's a chest over there. There's like a... kind of like Iron Man, where it's sitting on the cliff. And you can just kind of fly your plane or your helicopter or whatever you want in there. And that's basically what this is. It's like a mansion disguised as a hero base. You got all kinds of different areas for chests. I guess that's the emblem that they're using for the heroes. You got some secret hidden cameras. But that's basically what the house looks like. We'll go to the next spot and show you that one. If you go into the blue house of Salty Springs, there's usually a downstairs, of course, down here. But something new that they have added is if you break through right down there by the cardboard boxes, there's another secret area down the concrete stairs. Again, down the concrete stairs one more time, and you get into this little lair. It's kind of like a secret base for the hero base. Maybe there's a chest there, a couple more spawn locations for chests, a couple more loot locations, and this is just basically in the middle of Salty Springs. If you come out of the house here, hold up. There we go. It's basically in this blue house in Salty Springs. And, oh, there's a llama on the roof there that I guess nobody got, which is cool. But, yeah, that's one of the new secret locations in the game. There's a few more, which we will go to now. So there's another secret area here. It is in Moisty Mire, and it's a, I think it's a movie set. I landed right on that chest, my very first game here, and ended up getting a couple kills, because people were going for, there's a letter. Part of the weekly challenges is that you have to find letters scattered around the map that spell out Fortnite. It's kind of like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, if you ever played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, where like the letters just dangling in the sky and you have to jump up and get it. That's basically what it's like, and they're scattered all around the map. One of them is actually right above the helicopter, so that's what I was going for the first game. And then I kind of bumped into this area, which is like a sweet movie set. You got a train, a helicopter broken in the tree there. You got all the director's stuff over here. We got green screens galore around there. You got a little setup where people would park the cars and stuff. But this is a new area of the map. again, a new secret area, and I thought originally when I was flying in that the meteor had crushed the prison and all the debris had flown into there and it was just scattered around, but then I came to realize that it's actually a movie set. And it's a new part of the map. I'm not sure if this really counts as a secret location, but this is a new kind of addition to what used to be there. That used to be like a hangar. I called it the hangar because I actually go to this place a lot. And I called it the hangar. And basically now what it's turned into is kind of like a movie studio, like a VIP lounge. If you walk in here, it's like a caged off area. You go into here and it's like a giant disco party. Way bigger than the other disco parties. The floor looks a lot cooler. There's some chest location over there, chest location behind the speaker, but basically this is just a souped up version of what the old disco rooms used to look like, and it's just in the middle of this chest spot right outside of Flush Factory, but that's basically what it looks like from the outside. They changed it up a bit, and I think it looks really cool. Another location here is in Shifty Shafts, which I think they've actually enhanced this house a little bit and made it not so ugly and old and beaten down. But in this house here, there's also another spot, kind of like Salty Springs, the one we were looking at, where if you go down to the basement here, I don't know if the basement used to be here. It might have been, I'm not sure, but as you can see, it's kind of like a green screen area, a little filming studio, maybe like a gaming setup, possibly, with a really vintage computer. But basically, that's what this new area is like. So now on to what I think might be the final secret location that they've added into the game. This is the villain base that they've added into here. There's a hero base and a villain base. As you can see, there's a giant tower, missile, rocket ship, whatever you want to call it, that's sticking out of the ground there. This is what it looks like. It's built into the mountain. Got like kind of a face reference there, and I think it looks awesome. Got hidden camera. If you come into the building here, you got a sweet car, one that's getting repaired. Obviously, the big missile is right there in the middle of the center. But we can explore this a little bit more here. Sweet floors they got. A couple of rooms just with some chests. Got a staircase there. Some hospital beds, a pool with no water.